Well, good morning everybody, and here we are in the Lake District. Just parked up at a car park on the Patterdale Hotel, and we're going to head out towards Birks. We did a little walk yesterday up onto Barrow. It was pouring with rain. Today was supposed to be the best day of the week, and as you can see it's teeming down with rain, so not sure how much vlogging we're going to do, but let's get walking, see how far we can get. As I said earlier, we're parked in Patterdale, just on Ullswater, and we'll swing around in a minute to give you a view around further down the lake where we're stopping by Watermillock. The sun's out, blue sky down there, but not so much blue sky around here. So we're on the path to Birks and St Sunday Crag. We've set ourselves no goals, we're just going to go out and have a walk today. So swing around and just show you where we are. Some of the old trees around here really are quite ancient looking, and even though they've been battered by time, by the weather, they're still standing and still looking good. And as we're walking along the path here, I'll turn you around in a moment to give you glorious views down Ullswater, and there is some light coming, hopefully. Okay, just crossed this stream here with these stepping stones. Lovely little mountain stream. So nice just to hear the sound of running water in the hills. And so this is the way that we've come around from back there. And swing around. And there's somebody waiting patiently for me. Light improving all the time. Lovely cloudscapes and the light on the mountains and down Ullswater. Just so nice to be out. Wonderful view down Ullswater. Some beautiful light. If you can just swing you around a little bit. Still quite dark over some of the peaks, so hopefully the rain is going to keep off. Always a little bit off-putting when we're starting out on a walk and you're going up a hill and then you start going down again, because you realise that when you're coming back you're going to be going uphill a little bit. So looking down Ullswater again, light, beautiful. Always sad to see once majestic trees that have been damaged and fallen. This is where the path forks, and we're going to go left here, as long as I trip up, and head off towards Birks. Okay, the path that we've come up, and looking down all the water in the far distance, the steamer going down, or the boat going down the lake. Some glorious light coming that we're just not in the right position for, but it'll be a good test for the microphone farther up, because we've hit the breeze now, and so we'll just see how it goes. So wonderful mountain views. Oh, gorgeous. Right.
I'm here.
Okay, change of plan. Let's swing around. That was going up to Birks. Just a step too far with knees, the state they're in at the moment. So we've come back down. We nearly got to the top, but decided to come back down. We're just walking along a level walk now along the valley, sort of parallel with Ullswater. So just see how it goes, see what happens. One of the most important things to know when you're out in the hills is when to turn back. Know your limits, know how your body is on certain days when you're out in the mountains. When we started going up towards Birks, it was a short, sharp walk up something, a hill style that we'd done many times before in the past, but this was just a little bit too close still to when Sue had her cartilage repaired. The stones on the path were really very slippy, and although it was okay going up, we knew that coming down could be a little bit more of a problem. So we stopped, sat down, had a chat, decided to come back down and then head off left down towards the valley of Grisedale. Now the views on the way really were quite stunning as we were going up onto Birks. The rain had stopped and the sun had started to come out, giving us some really wonderful light on the hillsides beyond. I found this little lone tree, and again very fortunate that the fleeting light had just lit the hillside behind, giving the tree a really standout look, silhouetting it against the light mountainside, and then the mountain again in the background dark, so you've got light on dark on light on dark, which really does give your photographs a little bit of depth. While we're walking along here, I thought I'd just give you a potted history of my life in photography. It started off when I was a child, and my father had a Praktica camera, SLR. Fascinated by it I was. Unfortunately, I could look but not touch. If I touched, it was a good thrashing. So, carried on, got married, and to take pictures of the children to start with, I bought a Polaroid camera, which was fine, but not great. And anyway, I was in London in Hyde Park with Sue, took a picture of a jet flying overhead, and it was just like a speck of dust. So I thought, that's not right. So anyway, I was at work, there's a lad by the name of Ian Stubley, who got an SLR camera, and he brought some pictures in of a military helicopter that he'd taken. Fantastic. And I was bitten. So Ian, this is all your fault. So I bought my first SLR, a Zenith, and that's how I got into SLR photography. Joined a camera club. I thought this would improve me, and I'll give my thoughts on the camera clubs at the end when I finish, but to start with, they were really good. It was just what you needed to help you get started, how to learn things, and learn I did, and enter competitions. And during the 1980s I joined the Royal Photographic Society, failed my licentiateship at first attempt, second attempt passed, then did a double associateship on pictures that were not landscape. I wasn't a landscape photographer then. One was on night photography and one was on abstract buildings in Telford, which were very photogenic at the time. All new. Then carried on. Took my fellowship, which was on, I've got to think what it was on now. 1986. Yes. 1986. No, it was 1988. Historic monuments from in the Welsh marches from north to south. And I shot them in infrared in a week. So myself had a week's holiday, beautiful weather, travelled north-south Wales, took the pictures and copied them onto FP4. So for the mathematicians amongst you know that 2 negatives give you a positive. So I had 20 infrared slides that I put in and got my fellowship, which I was really pleased about. After this, I started entering lots of exhibitions sponsored by the Fédération Internationale Art de la Photographique, or FIAP for short. Thanks mate. And did that for a number of years, and carried on through that. Got my A FIAP, E FIAP, and we're still missing something. And I say I wasn't shooting landscapes then, because the landscapes I was shooting were just not doing anything in competitions. They didn't look that good to me. So still a lot of abstract work. Digital was just coming in, which I embraced in the 1990s and was quite good at it actually. I remember at our camera club I put a digital image in 1992 and was told in no uncertain terms that by one of the members that this wasn't photography. How things have changed. So I say we carried on, and I say it was all abstract work, montaging, and got my E-FIAP Platinum. Mind you, that's to come yet, sorry, the E-FIAP Platinum. In 2002 I decided to go for my Master FIAP. The only Master FIAP that I knew was a chap named Peter Gennard, who was very helpful in helping me set it up, as was Chris Burslem, who'd supplied the paper that I printed my Master FIAP panel on. This was on the quarries of Rosyth and Carmarthen, and again successful, couldn't believe it. So I become a fellow of the Royal Photographic Society and a master of the International Federation of Photographic Art. Did it make me a better photographer? I don't know. But it was around this time then that I really started taking landscape photography seriously. And in 2008 I was approached by Ian Platt, who sadly is no longer with us, and Ian rung me up and said, "John, you must go in for your EFIA Platinum." He said, "As I'm going in for it, as is another photographer, and we'll be the first in the UK to simultaneously hold FRPS, MFIAP and EFIA Platinum."
I think we're going to go through the gate.
So I went for it, got it. I said there were 3 of us did that, but I was rushing and I realised that this really wasn't what I wanted to do, and I just wanted to concentrate on landscape photography, which we did, and been doing it ever since, and entered fewer and fewer exhibitions. And in 2018 I left my camera club and I haven't been back since, which was a shame. But it's no longer what we want to do. We just want to go out, take photographs of where we are in the landscape, and that's where we are today. So camera clubs are really useful when you're starting off. They're not the be all and end all of everything. Don't take everything to heart that camera club judges may tell you. Just go and listen and learn. There are lots of people there who will help you. So that's virtually my history in photography, and now we are where we are, and I'm just vlogging out now. This is what we do with our photographs, and just nice to be out and nice to be able to record where we are. Come through the gate there, and now we're going to head around down the field here, and then through the gate at the far end, turn left and walk along that path a little way, just see where it goes. Take the day as it comes. An old barn here down at the end, bottom of the path as we come down the hill. Looks like I'll be doing some work on the path sometime. Beautiful light still, massive cloudscapes. So just looking down the valley here where we just had lunch. We're going to walk down the path for a short while before we turn round and come back, but I say it's just been a lovely time just being out, and the weather has improved immensely to what it was earlier on this morning, so we're just going to walk on a little while and see what we can see. Just a little postscript to the Camera Club photographic history. I was immensely proud that both my fellowship panel from the Royal Photographic Society and my Master Fiat panel were both landscape based panels. Really proud of that. But as we went on in club photography, I mean, I was as guilty as anybody else of being on the treadmill of trying to win competitions, win medals, enter exhibitions, get acceptances, and you just find that you're pleasing somebody else and probably not pleasing yourself. I mean, work that I was doing in 1992 with digital montaging, people are still doing today, and that's not what I want to be doing. In 2018, diagnosed with prostate cancer, had the operation, tangled with it, And when you come through, you realise that life is too short not to be doing really what you want to do, and that we're only immortal for a limited time. So we're just out and about. That's what we like doing. Keep on walking, keep on taking the photographs, keep on enjoying being outside, and we're hoping that you're enjoying it too as you come along with us. Just walking along, looking at the moss on this wall and the tree trunk, absolutely amazing. Wow, such vibrant colour. And a lovely stream here. And a little waterfall. Just beautiful. Another wonderfully shaped tree here. There's some absolutely wonderful ones along this path, and so far the path is really quite level. Absolutely wonderful. And we have some sunshine as well. And here the tree has come down and gone through the wall. Real shame. Right, a bit breezy now down here. Hope it's not causing too much trouble with the mic. Coming up to this old barn here again. You can see on the right hand side in the distance there's a waterfall. We're just going to see if we can get level to that. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, and then we'll start heading back. After not managing to do the walk we wanted to do this morning, this is actually turning out to be a real interesting trek. And we've got a touch of light coming again. I'm so lucky with the weather today after what was forecast this morning. Very breezy along here. And there's a sign here, restoring Grisedale Beck. Quite interesting the path around here. Still very windy. very windy on the top there, sorry about that, but just showing you the view. This is the wonderful Grisedale Valley. So glad that we found this to walk along today. Really has been some wonderful views, and we've had some stunning light as well, so hopefully you've enjoyed the walk that we've been on. We've sat down and had a bit of afternoon tea, coffee and a Snickers bar. So now we'll carry on and walk back down. I'm not going to vlog too much on the way back, you've seen it all on the way in. So we'll catch you towards the end of the walk. As you can see by the image here, we'd walked down Grisedale and we got to the waterfall pretty well, but the wind as we just turned round the bend there was absolutely tremendous. So we decided to call it a day there and headed back towards the car. We did 6.5 miles pretty much during the day, and considering we had to change our plan and how bad the weather was to start with, it really did improve during the day. And Grisedale here is definitely a valley that we're going to come back to and do some more walking in. Really beautiful valley. And here we are back at the stepping stones. We had a smashing day's walk. Started off a bit wrong, but then we got onto the path to Grisedale. Absolutely wonderful valley. Really one that we're going to come back to and explore more in the future. The further you got away from Patterdale, the wilder it got. Just what we like. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like and subscribe. And leave a comment at the bottom if you've got anything to say about where we've been, what we've done, anything about photography, how it affects you, camera clubs. Just leave a comment. We do like to see what you've got to think. So we're going to switch off now. Just in the meantime, just keep on getting out there and keep on walking. Here are a few images from our walks that we did up onto a very wet Goulburrow Fell, and a walk that we also did into Glencoyne. Glencoyne walk started off really quite miserable, but really brightened up as the day went on. In Goulburrow Fell it was miserable all day. Well, if you think like that, that's probably how you'll feel, but I think when you're out in conditions like this, it's also challenging for your photography and can really improve how you see things, how you look at the landscape and how you compose your photographs. Never be afraid to take an image of places that are really well visited. As you can see from some of the images here, Sue and I were standing virtually next to each other, and yet the images are really very different. We see the same thing but take it differently. So always carry on and try and develop your own style.